I've grown to love business because I've gotten good at it. And so when I heard him say that, for me, it was like the ultimate unlock of like, that is what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about my values, and I will let my values show through in how I do business, rather than saying that the business and what I do every day must be the thing. Every goal worth pursuing has so much pain between where you are and where you want to go, that you trying to say, I only want to do the thing I'm passionate about, is a weak excuse. It will not get you through it. And so to go back to that young man who had his $80,000 savings, he had barely scratched the surface of his potential in sales. There's so much more to the game than that. And the lesson he probably needed was learning to be consistent after something gets boring. Because that is where people fall off, is where it gets boring. Not even hard. It's where you do the same thing over and over and over again. And you want to go nuts because you're like, I can't read the script again. I can't make yet another ad. Before this video today, I just did ad recordings where I read hooks that we know converted with body copy that we know converted, so that we could say, hey, if you're a business owner and you're looking to scale up for next year, come to one of our workshops. This year, if we include the book launch, I've made somewhere in the neighborhood of probably 5,000 ads this year. I started making ads 14 years ago. Every single week, I would record the ads so I could run ads to get customers, so I could pay my rent, I could pay payroll, I could pay the insurance, I could pay for the equipment that got broken, I could pay for the new boom box because they were complaining that mine wasn't good enough. I say this because I wasn't like, oh, I'm so passionate about making ads. I'm so, no, but I do want to do a good job. And I think that's something we can strive to go through, where we can translate the difficulty into a reinforcing event. Let me explain this. This is important. We will do the things that we are reinforced for doing. Now, many people conflate that idea with we will do the things that we're rewarded for. No, we will do the things that we are reinforced for doing. Let me explain. If I said, I have to shock you, you would probably say, this is a punishing event, okay? What if I then said, your family, your wife, kids, are on the other side of the wall. Every shock that you take, they don't have to take. Are you gonna take another shock? Yes. Why? Because it's a reinforcing event. So that's how something negative can still be something positive. Let's flip it differently. If I said for every one of these shocks, you get $1 million, you'd probably be pretty down to take some shocks, right? Interestingly though, your willingness to take shocks over time would go down because the reinforcing event would need more variety. Kind of fun. Anyways, point is, I think the unlock is not trying to pursue your passions, but to become passionate about the difficulty of the pursuit in who you become through that. And to be clear, when you're responding to emails and you get a refund or you get a chargeback, in that moment, you're not gonna be like, I love the impact that I'm making. No, you just have to get used to eating shit because it is your duty, because you made a decision and you made a commitment to the people that you love, that you wanna provide for them. Now, if you're not somebody who provides for anyone yet, and you just provide for you, amazing. And at some point in your entrepreneurial journey, you're gonna have other people's families who rely on your decisions. You can't take days off because it's not about you anymore. It's about everyone, even in the first level, it's the people who work for you. You should hopefully be even closer to them than you are to the customers that you ultimately serve. Zooming back out, listen to every mega successful entrepreneur. The ones who are honest will tell you one thing across the board is it sucked, and it sucked for way longer than I thought it would suck. And it sucked way worse than I expected it would. I don't even like saying passion. Interests get you started. Proficiency keeps you going. But pain tolerance helps you finish. And so I can only say this about me, which is that I was so afraid of failing that I know that I would have kept going until someone physically prevented me. And so Phil Knight tells the story in Shoe Dog where he says, you're not out of business when your bank account runs out. He said, you're out of business when you have padlocks on your door and people physically stop you from doing work. The main point of this is that the rules society pretends to have, they are made up. Until someone physically restrains you from working, you can keep going. The vast majority of people stop because of perceived failure in their mind.